Previously on We the Fans Dallas.
And I just wanted to come home so we can figure out a way to make this work.
Well, I've already told you what you need to do to come home.
I was adopted.
You're trying to stay alive until Ezekiel Elliott comes back.
People ask me all the time,
why do you care so much?
Why do you spend so much energy?
So much time.
so much money.
On a football team?
They don't get it. They just don't get it.
I became a Cowboys fan in 1983.
1971.
1982.
2009.
1995.
1977.
1962. Now beat that.
This is America's team.
This is our team.
Come on, Dak, take it now, baby! Now!
Prescott's looking. Now he's being chased. Flush out left. Throws. Got a man out there. Nothing but work.
Touchdown, Dallas!
Derek Carr fumbled the ball.
Let's go, Cowboys! Whoa!
Roger Staubach.
Aikman,
Landry.
Irvin.
Too Tall Jones,
Dorsett.
Smith.
those were the real Cowboys. They were my heroes.
We them boys, baby, we them boys!
This show is about fans, right?
Get your ass down! I bleed the blue! How about them Cowboys, baby? America's team!
Welcome to the story of a group of very different people
Who all share the same passion.
Somersault into the end zone.
Welcome
To We the Fans.
Dallas.
Just win. Whatever game you got up next, just win. Focus on the game that's next and don't worry about anything coming up, just the next game.
December in Dallas, and the Cowboys' playoff chances are a week-to-week proposition. They may have beaten the Redskins the Thursday night after Thanksgiving to get to 6-6, but every game is still a must-win from here on out. Up next in Week 14 are the 2-10 Giants.
This is when we had to start winning because that's when the train started to roll that we had to win to make the playoffs.
We still have a chance at the playoffs. We're just going to have to win out.
We're in still good position to make the playoffs. We need some things to break our way as far as other teams. We don't control our own destiny, which always sucks.
They throw a slant to Dez, and he caught it. A block from Beasley and into the end zone, and there's your big play.
Prescott back to throw. Throws one to the end zone for Witt. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Prescott has the ball, throws it over the middle, cut, running away. There's nothing but blue shirts around him. Rod Smith, touchdown of 81 yards.
And the final score, 30-10.
We needed that game. Had they lost, the season's over. There was a lot of must-wins, and that was a big game, but that was beautiful. We needed that.
The win puts every Cowboy fan in a better mood for the holidays,
Hey, baby. Hey, big guy. How you doing, man?
What's up?
including Abe Davuti, who a few nights later gets together with some family.
So we're having a family party at my Uncle David's house. It's going to be a crew of close friends, family members, all within my Persian side of the family. Darling, how are you?
Most Persians bring more energy and more excitement to any party. Look at us here, you know? Look at Abraham. It's just part of the culture, part of the blood. He's absolutely a joy and a pleasure to be around.
Auntie?
Salamati. Love you guys.
Love you all as well. The thing about being a single guy is everybody wants to give you advice.
You're a good man with a big heart. You're gonna do good.
I don't want to rush it.
You can't wait too long.
Okay. So how would I know?
When you're ready, it happens. You're not ready right now. You're still searching. But once it happens to you, you're gonna forget everything. Like when you get a lightning hitting you.
Well, I can't wait to get hit by lightning.
Abraham's mom and dad were divorced, and so he wants to be 100% sure. So tomorrow his kids won't go through the same thing he did, and he's serious about that. When he marries, he wants to last forever.
Since football season started, Abe's been on almost too many dates to count. First dates,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
blind dates,
Well, cheers to that.
2 dates in one night,
Abe, good. Boom.
even a date at a Cowboys game.
We're gonna make it happen.
But if things look promising with Aubrey, She's nowhere to be seen at tonight's family party.
Oh, are you dating someone now?
I am.
Okay,
Yeah.
serious?
I'm hoping so.
You're hoping
Potentially, yeah. Yeah.
But you know if it's serious, we have to approve.
If I introduce someone to my family, it means I'm very serious with them. We've been dating for a while, and I'm legitimately considering marrying them.
Well, believe me, if it's the right one, I tell you. I pull your ear. I said, hey, you stay with this one.
So I'm not ready to bring Aubrey to meet my family yet. Fortunately, Aubrey's not someone who wants to move quickly. But for me personally, to meet my family is sacred. You have to have completely won over my heart for me to introduce you to my family. Oh, look at that technique. Yes. I think at the end of the day, when I look back on my life, it's not going to be about any of the trips. It's not going to be about the career success. It's not going to be about the people I've dated. It's not going to be about any of that. It's going to be about family.
Some family portraits are more complicated than others. When Tim Sayon found out at age 14 that he was adopted, there was other stunning news too. He also learned he had a brother named Edward. That relationship has been difficult to navigate ever since.
This is interesting that your brother Edward, extended an invite for us to come out to his twin daughter's birthday party. Like, since I've known you, this is the first invite that we got to anything.
He sent out an invite to his daughter's birthday, and I was pretty stoked. I have not seen him or been around him. We talked briefly here recently. He wanted to park at my house while he went to the Cowboy game to watch the Packers. He was literally in the next parking lot, like a block and a half from where I was standing. We were on the phone with each other, about to walk into the Cowboy game. He did not act like he wanted to meet up. I could have just sprinted down there, hi, bye, gave you a hug, and walked out. And that's all. That would have meant a lot to me. Imagine being 14 years old and finally realizing you have a brother. I remember when I was 14 years old, meeting my brother for the first time. He was a spitting image of me. Red hair, colored eyes, fair skin, freckles. We literally worked together, played together. I went everywhere with him. I was a little tag-along. We was close, for a good long time. But then all of a sudden you flip a switch and you're back like you didn't even know each other. That's, to me, is just like, blows my mind. And there's a wedge between us, just don't know what it is. What I believe drew us apart was me being gay. It's one of the things where you know, but you don't want to know. So you try to hide from it or just not talk about it. We never had a conversation about me being gay.
We're not going to be what they probably expected.
But I know how these small communities out in rural Texas can be. Hell, I grew up in one. They're very judgmental. I may ask, why have we been distant for so many years? What did I do wrong? Hell, I got nieces and nephews, I don't even know their names. We are here. Whew, it's cold. What's going on?
Hello.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Yeah.
Walking through the door, laying my eyes on him for the first time was immediately, yep, that's my brother, that's him. He hadn't changed much. Wow, it's cool over. Just being there felt awkward at first. I felt like it wasn't my family. Ed.
Rocket.
So you got
Alex
and
Emma. This one's
That's Alex.
And they turned 4.
Is it your birthday? Okay. How old are you today? Can you show me? Show me. Well, here y'all go. Happy birthday.
That's my boy right there, Jaden.
Which one? Which is Jaden?
Yeah.
Say one thing for me. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
Am I your uncle? No? I'm not your uncle?
If that's your dad's brother.
You can have more than one uncle.
The vibe of the party was calming down. We actually sat at a table next to each other. All of a sudden, it just seemed like the whole moment was setting itself up. That, okay, it's about time to talk. It means a lot to me, like, to be here and, like...
Well, I mean,
I'm just being like honest out in front. I kind of shut out from everybody. I was not in a good place personally at all. Nothing really you did. I don't think I did anything wrong either. It was that wedge.
It was just I felt, I feel like I wasn't welcome. So instead of fighting the situation, I just go my way. Because I really, actually, part of me was thinking because of the gay thing, I didn't know how you felt about that.
That has nothing really to do with it at all. That's just who you are. And if I was gonna judge somebody, I need to judge myself. I'm looking in the mirror at myself. Whatever you do is you do. That's fine. That was not part of it.
It was nothing what I thought it was. Learning that he didn't shut me out because I was gay and that he was going through his own problems made it accepting for me.
Whatever happened then, neither one of us can do anything about that. We can do something about tomorrow.
We started again in a good place. Well, here's a formal, it's a little wrinkle, but it's a formal invite.
Okay.
I know it's late notice, but that's the invitation to our wedding.
Okay.
It was awesome. It felt good to know that he can accept the fact that I'm gay and I'm getting married to a man. If somehow, some way, a magical wand, you can make it, we'd love to have you.
All right.
I really do appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
meeting you. This won't be the last time.
Don't
Let's
make
push
it
forward.
Yeah.
Give me a hug, brother.
All right, man. Be good.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Anytime. Anytime.
Don't be a stranger.
Yep, you too.
It was a warm feeling to know that the bond's coming back.
Coming up on We the Fans Dallas.
I mean, everything's been a nice free ride for him, but we need another store or two.
Have a good one.
I do have a passion for coaching.
He has a little gift there.
Who wouldn't want to have this as a backdrop in their wedding?
We the Fans is presented by McGuire's. Reflect your passion.
It's very important for us to add this fourth store because now we have a pool of talent that we didn't have before. We have Johnny, we have Brett, and we have Ashley. They were not ready before a few years ago.
Johnny and Brett need to have something to call their own, that it's not mom's, it's not dad's.
Cape Cod's own Cowboys fanatics, the Rimshaws, have a booming liquor business. And now, the heirs to the throne are getting ready to take their piece of the empire.
A big table with a bunch of product. You split it like you do 7 underneath and 6 here.
And expanding is part of Rich's master plan.
Have a good one.
The expansion of the whole industry is very important too, because you got to remember, there's more liquor chains coming in. And if you don't get larger, you may get chewed up also.
Right now, what we have is great. It's working out awesome. But for later down the road, Brett's gonna have his own family. I'm gonna have my own family. With more and more families coming into play, it's not gonna last the rest of our life. So we gotta expand a little.
When they have to start paying mortgages and they're gonna have to pay for their car, everything's been a nice free ride for them. But we need another store or two to make sure that they earn their own keep.
Now looking ahead to next year, getting some new stores appears closer than ever.
We found 2 potential stores that are actually inside supermarkets, and they're kind of a little more what we call turnkey, so they're easier to operate. Hey, Johnny. Yeah. I finally got the finalized letter of intent. The gentleman that's selling the store isn't asking an abrasive amount for it. He just wants it out, and he wants it in good hands because he's very close with the supermarket chain, so he doesn't want to just sell it to someone who's going to move the license or mess it up. Bottom line is, deal's good. It's safe, it's short money, they're inside supermarkets, so there's guaranteed people there.
It's great. It's not too much maintenance, like we talked about, too. It's a good deal.
As you know, it's only beer and wine, but we'll upgrade the wine, because I've looked at some of them. It's more basic. We're going to do better. And
It's unbelievable, actually. We've been waiting to do this for a long time. We were waiting for, the right move, and it wasn't really coming up. We had some ones that were looking good, and they ended up fizzling out, and we finally got it, which it's awesome. It's a great feeling.
Scent. Done deal.
Nice.
Now we get the signed copy back for him, and we're ready to rock.
Good stuff.
All right, man.
Come on back, or just stay right there.
It's been 3 years now since Mike Adams retired from playing pro baseball, and he's the first to admit he hasn't worked to keep himself in playing shape since.
It's not that I'm anti-workout, it's just, I just don't like to do it. I don't know, man, I'm just lazy. Maybe it's because for 14 years I had to work out. Working out for me, I always needed something to strive for, a goal, a reason to do it.
The reason now? Doctor's orders. With an injury scare to his surgically repaired shoulder, forcing Mike to get back in the gym.
He used to work out all the time, and now he just doesn't. I think that maybe he felt like, well, I was working out for a goal to play again, and now I don't have that goal. So what's the use? Now I'm like, are you gonna go to the gym? Are you gonna go to the gym? And I think he thinks I'm trying to say he's out of shape or he's fat, which is not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, I want you to stay healthy, feel good about yourself. You know, I want to have him around for a long time.
It's a small price to pay for being able to get out there and play catch with Caden. It's one of those sacrifices that I gotta make.
Mike's also started getting back into the game as a coach, giving private pitching lessons in his backyard.
What's up, dude?
What's up?
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, I like your hat.
A lot of these kids that are successful at a young age, I mean, their parents see something in the future for them.
All right, so I want you to go down and in. Perfect.
It's gratifying in that sense that I like to see that they're improving. You know, when they go, they have success, they want to come back, they want to get better, they want to improve.
Let's go to that target, all right?
He's good at coaching kids. He's really good at telling them, you should do it this way, and this is why. But I also think he's encouraging, and so he has a little gift there.
Maybe she sees that I do have a passion for coaching. You know, it's not the same as the professional side, but I love being around them and teaching somebody, you know, the things that I've learned or the experiences I've had, you know, and seeing their eyes light up when they do something right.
Next on We the Fans Dallas.
I really needed to get away from the neighborhood for a while. I didn't want to see myself taking that same path.
Derek Carr fumbled the ball. He lost the ball diving for the pylon.
It's done! Oh!
Years ago, Carlos Villalobos came across the border illegally and settled in Dallas. Carlos eventually got his citizenship, and like a lot of Latinos in Texas and Mexico, he also became a Cowboys fanatic.
I think the Dallas Cowboys are super important to a lot of Latin American countries, but primarily Mexico because of our close proximity to that country.
Come on, go, go! Go, go!
Cuando gritaba era porque estaba emocionado, era que algo pasaba. Que yo nunca le entendí, pero él sí.
I grew up about 10 minutes north of downtown Dallas. It was definitely inner city. We have gangs, we have drugs and just crime, and we were definitely plagued by that early on. Some of my friends had gotten locked up and were going to prison for some very, very bad things. But the lowest point for me was losing one of my best friends. Can you give me a minute? I'm sorry, man. That night in question, we had had a fight, and they were on the losing end of that fight. Instead of being men about the situation, they just decided, you know, we're not gonna fight him, we're just gonna shoot at him. I really needed to get away from the neighborhood for a while. I didn't want to see myself taking that same path, and that's why I enlisted.
The military was a real turning point for Carlos, and today, he's a successful salesman with a wife and daughter.
Good girl.
But he's never forgotten where he came from. And on this Sunday in mid-December, he's taking a visit to the old neighborhood as the Cowboys visit the Raiders.
What up, dog? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, guys. It's good, man. I like the setup, man.
Setup right here, man.
We kind of just been hanging out and stuff like that. So, yeah, just kind of rolling through the hood. Went to Amigos for a little bit.
Did y'all eat already?
OPH. I haven't eaten, no. Let's do it. Let's see what you got.
You're hungry?
I am hungry, man.
There's not too many people left that, like when we grew up, that are still here.
Still, I was just talking about that. There's still quite a bit of them.
Yeah, but not like the people we grew up with, like Gabriel and all that in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
They're not on there. Hector and Victor.
When we were growing up, it was still kind of a diverse neighborhood back then. Not now.
It's a highly motivated game for the Cowboys to win and then see if they can win out and sneak in.
The Cowboys are now 7-6. They're going to have to win out to have any shot at the postseason.
Oh, my God. That's got to be one of the most nerve-wracking parts of the season.
It was tense. I was tense. I was nervous, and I'm still getting those little jitters a little bit now.
Every football fan knows the feeling. Late in the season, with every play making a difference. And tonight, the Rimshaws, Miss Price, and Carlos don't take any of it easy.
Play fake, and Prescott with a lot of time floats it underneath Smith. Rod Smith to the 8. They're going to run Rod Smith at left guard. Touchdown, Cowboys. The kick's no good. He missed the 39-yarder at the end of the half. I told you. Here's a lob for Michael Crabtree. He's got it. Touchdown! Raiders. 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Pressure, look out. Hit as he airs it out and intercepted by Sean Smith. Low snap by Kondo. King has it up. It's a line drive, and it is good.
Chris Jones, if you have a good punt in you, now might be a nice time to bring it out.
Fake punt, running right, 35, first down, 45, out of bounds.
When your season's on the line, you're gonna pull it all out. When it's down to nothing, you're gonna pull it out, especially in Raider Nation.
Prescott in the gun, looking, running right, running left, at the 5, goal line, touchdown, Prescott. Yeah! And the Cowboys have a 7-point lead here late in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and goal to go, Raiders. Derek throws, caught! Michael Crabtree, touchdown, Raiders!
Oh, damn it!
We need to score and go home, get on the flight, come on.
Comes a blitz, throw out right, catch by Witten, stiff arm, lunges for the first down. Where are they going to spot him?
Go for 4th down. You got to go for it.
I say you go for it.
4th and 1. Prescott, quarterback sneak, and I believe he got it.
You're kidding me. First down. That has to be first down.
They're going to measure, but he's got it. He's got it.
They put a piece of paper between the nose of the ball and the chain stick. It's first down, Dallas.
Wow.
First down. Let's go.
Prescott's going to throw Bob for Des Bryant, a jump ball. He's got it.
Des, finally.
Bailey's 19-yard field goal is good, and the Cowboys lead 20-17.
I'm going to take my special teams, I'm going to take my defense, and they're not going to beat me here.
Throws it left, nearly intercepted, and should have been.
Oh! Yeah! Yeah!
4th down and 10, 1:01 to play. He heaves it down the field, 1 for 1. Pass interference at the 15-yard line. Dallas 20, Oakland 17, 39 seconds in the game. 3rd and 3 from the 8. Derek gonna run. He's got the first down. He dives for the pylon. Well, they're gonna spot him. Did he fumble that ball out of the end zone?
That'd be a touchback.
That'd be a touchback. Our ball, we win. And we win. We win. Hang in there. Hang in there.
Derek Carr fumbled the ball. He lost the ball diving for the pylon. The Raiders are going to lose the game.
It's done. Oh, that's what I do on big wins.
The Cowboys are going to still be alive at 8-6.
The limited chance we have to get to the playoffs are we have to win out. We need some help, but we can't do it without winning out. Derek Carr reaches for the end zone, and the ball went through the back of the end zone or the side of the end zone. I was like, oh my God, could that be a touchback? And my heart just went, wow! I feel the Cowboys are getting Zeke back if they beat the Seahawks. Nick Foles sucks, and I think they can beat the Eagles, the last game of the season.
Coming up on We the Fans Dallas.
How about those Cowboys?
Cowboys, Seahawks.
For the Cowboys, a lot on the line.
Prescott back and throws it away and intercepted at the 30. And this is going to be a pick six.
Oh! Oh!
Can we open an early present before the Cowboys game?
How about y'all wait till after the Cowboys game?
But it's gonna be such a long time.
Christmas Eve in Dallas. With the last Cowboys home game of the regular season on tap this afternoon, the fight to make the playoffs is still alive, even if it feels like they'll need a Christmas miracle to get there.
Nuggy time?
He's only been asking for that for weeks.
Since it came out.
The Christmas Eve game. Going into that game for the Cowboys, a lot on the line. It's one of those things where you know other things have to go right in order for us to get in the playoffs, not just us win.
One thing the Cowboys do have going for them is the return of star running back Ezekiel Elliott after his 6-game suspension.
How about those Cowboys? Hey, y'all, look, we gotta go. The game started 3. But hey, y'all need to find my Zeke jersey.
It's right here.
Huh?
Do you mean to tell me it was on the floor?
Zeke! That's what I'm gonna say when I see him today. Well, Jesus, here we go. Jesus, we have to win!
We have to win. I want you to remember that. We have to win today. Zeke is back. We have to win.
Let's load him up.
Justin and Tim are going to watch the game in Lorena, Texas, about 100 miles south of Dallas at Tim's niece's house.
Ritzy, come on.
Hey, Bob.
Give it to Zeke. He's been off for 6 games. He's got the freshest legs in the NFL right now. He only got 2 games left in the season. Win or die. Run the hell out of him.
Kevin Martinez, meanwhile, is going to watch in Baytown, in the apartment he and his family have lived in for 4 months now, dating back to Hurricane Harvey.
It's weird being back in an apartment and doing this. Used to being either at the game or watching at the house. I'm in the garage most of the time. You know, it's a hard game to break away from your family on holidays, so yeah, I'm gonna have to miss that game.
But cold weather isn't going to keep the fans who do make it out to the stadium from tailgating one more time together.
Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Let's go, Cowboys!
I wanted to invite Sarah to the Christmas Eve game because I know she's never been to a football game of any kind before. I want to have a relationship with her where we get to go do fun things together as any, good siblings would want to do.
I'm excited for our boys.
Yes, yes. Who's your favorite player?
The Romo.
How are you? Merry Christmas. Harv, it's cold, baby.
Feels like we're home.
So we
exchange some gifts? Even though it's cold, can we do gifts here?
Let's do that. There's no one I hate more than the Patriots. Well,
The Eagles.
Eagles. You're right. Yeah. If the Super Bowl ever happened between the Patriots and the Eagles, I'm going to throw up, but I'm going to root for the Eagles.
Pats.
I mean the Pats.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to throw up either way. Actually, you know what? I say we go take a vacation. Boycott the whole thing.
Yeah.
We have to win this guy.
Prescott, handoff Elliott, coming right. Looks like he might have a first down. Prescott, handoff Elliott, trying to get outside.
Here we go! Beat him, baby! Boom! He's already got 14 carries. We just started the second quarter.
A 34-yard field goal try, and Bailey's kick was perfect.
There we go! There we go! This is why I don't like social media, because we're at a game. I've never seen someone Snapchat so much during a game. How's Facebook?
I'm bored.
You're bored? We really are different people, because this is a big game and a fun environment.
Option read right. Prescott to the 25. And it's going to force a field goal attempt. This is going to be a long one.
You trying to kick a 50-yarder?
Bailey's kicks away, and plenty of left. Hit the right upright.
Oh! Did it go through? It went through?
Bounced in. Cowboys 6, Seattle nothing. Prescott goes under center. He's going to throw on first down, looks right side. Ball is caught by Des Bryant. He fumbles the football. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks are going to have it back.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to throw up.
Would you like some chili cheese dog? What? Don't talk to me about no hot dog. I want y'all to stand back off of me. Please. Don't look at me.
We're paying $15 million.
Dallas is going to rush 4. Russell looks. Going to throw near side. Touchdown! Seahawks!
I'm so
You know the first half is our slow half, right?
Prescott back, runs up out of the pocket, throws on the run. There's a man open in the middle of the field.
Go, baby! Go, baby, go!
Williams slides down to the first.
All right, there you go. Touchdown. Let's do it. Hey, get in there, get in there, get in there.
Prescott takes the snap. Throws far side this time. Witten makes the catch. Did not get his feet down. The field goal team will come on.
We can't beat them with field goals.
Kicks away from Dan Bailey. 51 perfect.
Things are going good for a little bit.
Get him. There we go. There we go.
You know, we're moving, and then it happens.
Prescott back, looks left, looks right, looks middle, and throws it away and intercepted at the 30. And this is going to be a pick 6 on the right sideline. Touchdown for Justin Coleman.
Wow!
Quiet, man. We need a freaking touchdown so bad. Yeah.
Handoff. Elliott spins between the right end and the right tackle, and it's first down.
Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him.
Play action fake, first down, Swain down the middle of the field. Prescott flushed out left. Throws on the run to Bryant, right side. Caught, 25-yard line. Nothing but work by Des Bryant. Back to throw, looking over the middle. Behind Bryant, off his hands on the other side.
No!
You started trying to throw the ball.
That wasn't his fault.
Come on, Dak.
I don't know how he dropped it. You know, I mean, that was it was tough. It's not good.
Dak didn't put it right here. He put it there, but you're paid $15 million to make the acrobatic catch.
I can't take it.
Looks, goes throws over the top.
Fade down low.
Man is there, it's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seahawks.
No!
Sometimes it's hard being a Dallas Cowboys fan. You know, it seems like at the end of the season, it's always, okay, wait till next year, wait till next year. You know, and it's getting to the point now where it's like, I'm tired of waiting till next year. I want this to happen.
The clock is going to tick down. Cowboys are out of it. The Seahawks still have hope.
Garrett, you suck!
So what do I do now?
You get on your bikes and pedal.
It's a big commitment, right? It's money, it's time, it's everything. We can't get a touchdown. Did we score a touchdown? I don't think we scored a touchdown.
Hey, Sean!
Knowing that our season ended the way it did was just, man, it was one of the lowest points this year in my life.
Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett owe the fans a team that can get past the divisional round of the playoffs. So Jerry Jones, message to you, we're waiting for a team that will actually do something when it counts.
Next on We the Fans Dallas.
Probably another 45, 60 days before we get back in the house.
Look at this beautiful setting. We're sitting here in Belize.
Regardless of who's at the wedding today, it's all about me and Tim.
We the Fans is presented by McGuire's. Reflect your passion.
So the Cowboys' season is over, with not much left but lost hope and long-forgotten expectations. But with the Rimshaws, the party's never quite finished. And the family heads south in mid-February from Cape Cod to Belize for a gathering of friends and family to wash away their bitterness.
We're staying on this 3-acre island. So there's a little boat that picks you up in Placencia, which is the small little resort town that we're in. We have 5 little pod houses in a central area on this beautiful little island.
I'll be there as the warden, of course, to monitor, make sure everyone doesn't drown, stays out of trouble.
All sorts of debauchery, that's for sure.
Hey, you know what the one thing, other than there's losers on that side, there's Patriot fans.
It's a slow time in the business at home, so just going down to relax, have a nice trip.
Though the Cowboys didn't make the playoffs, Rich and his family are already turning the page to 2018, though not before reminding their friends, who are all Patriots fans, how the 2017 season ultimately came to an end.
You lost to a guy who wasn't even on any team. He was a castaway backup quarterback.
Dilfer was better.
Listen, brother, just like the Yankees or this or the Jordans Bulls, it ends. The Cowboys have to make very judicious decisions this year, okay?
In terms of what?
I am a smart football guy, and I'm going to self-proclaim it, and I'm going to tell you why. You have Zeke Elliott for short money.
Yes.
You have Dak Prescott, if you believe in him, for short money.
Yep.
Okay? You better make your hay now after the Tony Romo dead money goes, because you're going to have to pay those guys sooner or later. I've always told you, if you want to go to school and college a little later, higher education, or do you want to stay in the business? And I love that you guys are staying in it. Let's have a cheers to this new step for the boys and Ashdod, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The stores
And the Cowboys.
And the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
By April, it's been 9 months since Kevin Martinez and his family lost their house to Hurricane Harvey, but they still haven't been able to move back home.
Except the one today. The range of emotions have gone from everything to just being, aggravated. Sometimes you're wondering if you picked the right person for the job, trying to juggle kids and work and making decisions on putting our house back together has been a struggle.
Lots of emotions. We just got married in July, so it's not that we didn't know each other, but we didn't know each other in the way that we're gonna have to be challenged so much, so fast.
Today, Kevin and Dee Dee are heading over to check out the latest with their own eyes.
So the security guy said that he can come tomorrow after they have the door on, because the door has to be on before they can put the sensors on.
I said 6 to 8 months. We're at 9 months now since we've been out of the house.
By the time we get in there and get organized, it's gonna be a year. I'm really, really excited about it, but I try to hold myself back because it's just been one kind of disappointment after another, just because it's taken so much longer than anyone can have anticipated.
Who knows how much longer it's gonna be, probably another 45, 60 days before we get back in the house. We're just itching to get back home. It's pretty, huh?
Yeah.
So they took that and they had to replace that whole frame.
So can you tell that it's not wood, it's fiberglass? Kind of
It looks nice to me.
The downstairs is going to be very different in the way that it's opened up. We opened up the kitchen and the living room. So where we entertain our guests, it's going to be very different.
You realize how much we opened everything up?
And this is like all online shopping, right? So it's not like we got to go look at the door or anything. So I'm happy with how the door looks.
Everything we've been through, it's definitely taught us a lot about each other. I don't think we could be any stronger today than we are.
So we'll be able to put the
Right.
couch like there, the sectional
Anywhere.
there. Well, when we buy one.
Right? When we buy one. Yeah, it's gonna look good.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
So Kevin's home is still a work in progress, but that finish line is coming into sight. As for his Cowboys, He'll always remember this season as the one when the team helped him get through the pain.
The Cowboys have taken up a lot of the hurt that I had inside. They give you a chance to put your mind somewhere else for that day at least. There we go! It's gonna be a crazy day when we finally move back in there. I'm sure we're both gonna be hit with a rush of raw emotion, actually getting to sleep in our own bed, back in our own bedroom again.
Justin McCurry and Tim Sayon might not have met if not for the Cowboys. And now they've been engaged for a year. Today, they're heading to Cancun to exchange their wedding vows.
We decided to get married in Mexico because it made sense. It was just more feasible financially.
We do have a few couples coming to Cancun to get married, and we would like to wish you all the very best.
Once we start going through checkpoints, I'm like, okay, I'm literally in Mexico.
This is the first time Justin and I have ever been inland in Mexico. Just very foreign, like I can't even pronounce half the cities or towns or whatever's on the sign.
I'm excited to be here.
Cheers. Does your mom know about today? He has a hard time, you know, telling his mom that he's a gay man and wants to marry another man. We were together 8 months before his mom knew that we were engaged. I would ask him, hey, have you talked to your mom about the wedding? No, not yet.
But I wish she was here, though. That's the main piece that I wish I had within this whole trip, besides you, was that she was here.
Well, if you wouldn't have waited so long to tell her.
So when we started speaking about this, I could have went on ahead and brought it up to her, but I wanted to make sure that everything was finalized.
His biggest thing, he don't want to disappoint her. And he feels like him being gay, to him, is somewhat of a disappointment.
Once I sent her the invite, and when she never did respond for any additional information, that's when it kind of confirmed me, like, yeah, she's not coming. I mean, because I want her to be here. I want her to be able to experience this with me. We have 6 guests that are coming to the wedding, but not having one single family member here, it's unreal. That's right, because we're almost there. That's the sign to my resort right there. It's beyond beautiful, and it's like, who wouldn't want to have this as a backdrop in their wedding? Like, who would not want to be at this beautiful beach here in Mexico, saying their vows, saying I do? I've always said that when I get married, I wanted a Dallas Cowboy wedding. So, I mean, even though I am in Mexico and I'm not in Texas, that does not mean that I cannot be a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Hello? So while I was getting ready today, I got a phone call from my brother. So yeah, I'm just getting my suit put on and fixing to be showtime.
All right, well, I just want to say congratulations. Wish I could be there. I'm there with you in that spirit, so good luck and best wishes to you guys.
Awesome, appreciate it. Thanks for the support. It makes me feel great to know that he really is in my corner and he wants the best for us. All right, love you too. Bye. Bye.
Hey. Oh, my favorite color. I know you say you want to see pictures, but I want to show you the whole thing live anyway. I FaceTimed my mom. I was nervous. I think I was very nervous then when I was taking that phone call because my heart was just started beating fast. And it's not that I wasn't excited to show her what I have on. It's just that I never mentioned to her what I'm wearing.
Was that a tail?
Yeah.
That's a long tail. Golly.
She just looked at it and she's like, oh, that's the alpha long tail. What I can't wait to do in the next few moments is actually walk down the aisle and say, I do. Regardless of who's at the wedding today, it's all about me and Tim. Even if we had a lot of guests to come or not, you know, my family or Tim brother, my mom, of course. But even if we didn't have nobody out there, it's going to feel like we have a beach full of people, like all of our people are here. This is something that we always wish for. We are that perfect match, and we connect so well, and this is the moment we've been waiting on.
Justin, I love you dearly. I'm so happy you're a part of my life. I praise God every day who brought me to you, and I can only imagine where life's going to take us. You mean the world to me.
Tim, I'm so grateful to have you in my life. I'm so grateful to start this new beginning.
To marry Justin just means my life is getting more complete. He brings the light out of me.
Timothy, you take Justin to be your willing life partner as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Justin, you take Timothy to be your willing life partner as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Have the pleasure to pronounce you married and partners in life. You may kiss.
Living for tomorrow, lost within a dream.
If you really think about it, we're all just looking for the same thing in the world. Connections. Connections to people.
Let's go, Cowboys!
To places.
Flip the refrigerator on its head.
To ideas.
Think you might be good luck now.
We say I see.
To who we once were.
Adams gets Longoria.
And who the ones coming next will be. And for all of them, there's always this other connection too.
How about those Cowboys?
To a team that gives them an escape. That gives them hope. That gives them fun.
Boom, baby, boom!
Go, go, go!
Somersault into the end zone.
There was a lot of emotions in that hug.
Give me a hug, brother. I love you, brother.
Love you, man.
Seeing these guys engaged, at that moment, you know you've done the right thing.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Retired.
Looks like a Dallas Cowboy star.
I bleed the blue.
How about them Cowboys?
They're like you. They're like me. They're fans.
0 Super Bowls. 0 Super Bowls.
Hey, baby.
Man, I feel like a rapper right now.
That's some good stuff. That's a WW.